Hey guys, this is Masters at Work and we're here with our lovely model Alexa. Hello, hello. And today we are going to show you how to do a beautiful bronzy spring to summer look that you can take from day to nighttime. So we're gonna jump right into it. So I've already prepped her skin. She has primer on her eyes. She specifically has the Urban Decay primer. And then on her face, we use the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Primer. So this is going to help mattify the T-zone. And then we're gonna leave the outer areas without primers because we wanna keep that dewiness and that glow, right? So what we're gonna start off with is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. This is my newfound favorite foundation and we're using it in Soft Honey. So I'm just gonna put a little pump onto my hand like that. And we're gonna go in with a synthetic brush. We like to use synthetic brushes because it's not gonna soak up a lot of the product. So we wanna put as much product as possible without it going into the bristles. Natural bristle brushes usually tend to do that. So anyway, little lesson. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna just dot a little bit all the way around. And start with a light coating first, and then you can build your coverage. So you can turn a little bit that way, perfect. So you wanna just buff it all the way around. I like to do circular motions. It just gives a more seamless finish so you don't see where the makeup starts and ends. So this makeup is a medium to full coverage. It's not gonna give you too much unless you wanna build it, of course. But just doing one thin coat just gives you a very natural kind of dewy finish, which I like that look. Hence the foundation's name, Healthy Elixir. It does give a healthy glow to the skin, which I love. A little bit more. And we're gonna just buff that past the jawline. And a little bit to the ears too. A lot of people forget about the ears. You don't wanna just stop your foundation right there. Pretty lightweight, right? It feels pretty good.
It's like nothing.
Yeah. CoverGirl. All right, I'm gonna take that little bit of foundation and I'm gonna go right over her eyelids. So remember, her lid's already primed, so this is gonna hold up really nice. So you're gonna close your eyes, nice and gentle. And we're going to just buff this very gently across the lid. We wanna create a one flat tone and then we'll go in and build up color and dimension. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in with a tad bit more in certain areas. So a little bit under the eyes and a little on the cheeks. But so far, look how beautiful this looks. It almost looks like she has nothing on. Love it. All right, perfect. So I'm just gonna go in just a little bit more. And now you're gonna just open your eyes, look straight up. And what I like to do to keep a fresh face look is you don't wanna add so much product to the face. You don't wanna add concealer and this. If you need it, then okay, but sometimes you can get away with just foundation, especially if it's a medium to full coverage and it's buildable. This is all you need. And it's a lot less work. So you can see, turn to the camera, you can see the difference. Just a little fresher, a little more vibrant. And you can go. Just gonna kind of stipple it on and then buff the edges out. So wherever you want a little more coverage, you'll kind of stipple and buff. So we're just gonna go a little bit here, and a little bit here. Stipple and buff. I'm feeling really good about this. I think we're ready for the next step. Just get this little guy right there. All right, so her coverage is all done. And you can take a peek over to the camera. Very nice. So now what we want to do is lock this in, this coverage. So we're going to go in with the RCMA translucent powder. This is one of my favorite powders. It is talc and silica based. You have to be very careful too. You don't want to like cause flashback if you're going to do pictures or anything of the sort. So very gentle hand. This is a unique type of sifter or applicator, if you will. It almost looks like salt. So I like to just tap very little. That's pretty good. I wouldn't even go farther than that. And now we're gonna go in with a natural bristle brush. So this one is the Bare Minerals one. Natural bristle brush is going to pick up more of the product. It's gonna distribute it nicely, and it's fluffy. It's really big, so you're just gonna buff the product in without applying too much in one spot. So I pick it up a little bit like this. I like to tap it so the product goes in, and then whatever's excess. And now I'm just going to blot the skin with it, stipple, and then buff. So I tend to focus more in the middle parts of the face. So T-zone, down the middle, over the lip, chin, and then the butterfly zone, just a little bit. You don't want to mattify too much of this, right? You want to keep that flow of glowing, natural looking skin. So that's what we're gonna do. Just buff outward. So I'm really liking how this looks. Close your eyes for a moment. Make sure you put that translucent powder over the eyes too. I'm doing kind of a rolling motion. Just a little, whatever's excess, you know, on the brush. This is going to make your eyeshadows blend much better. So we're good with the face, with the foundation part. I'm gonna just go in now, and I'm going in with the Wet n Wild contouring palette. This one is in Dulce de Leche. Don't you love Dulce de Leche?
Sounds good.
Anyway, okay, so we're gonna go in with that synthetic brush again, right? And we're just gonna gently tap just a little bit. This look, you don't wanna like chisel out too much of the cheeks. You know, this is more like day to night, soft, glowy kind of makeup. So you don't have to go in with any harsh creams to contour. So I'm gonna go ahead, find her contour. Usually that's from the ear straight to the mouth, right? In this angle. So you wanna make sure you start right at the ear. That's your darkest point. And now we just kind of buff this in. You can go right under here. Now I'm gonna go in with that natural bristle brush. This is great for blending too. And you just kind of buff the edges away. Bring that contour color just a little bit in the temple area and into the hairline. This kind of gives you the illusion of a sun-kissed glow. So you're kind of faking it, but it looks so pretty. And it looks natural as long as you do it right. So it's just very, very little. Okay, I love how this side's looking. So you could look away this way, and now we're gonna start on this side. So once again, I'm just kind of tapping just a little bit, excess. Start at the back, close to the ear, and then drag that color down a little bit. If you like it more intense, you just keep building, you know, but I kind of want to keep it a little bit more subtle. Okay, going back with the fluffy brush. A little bit more. Now this palette also has the light highlighting color. There's no shimmer in this, so that it gives the most natural type of highlight without putting a shimmer to the skin. So I'm gonna go in with a fan brush. Fan brush is a natural bristle brush, but you could see it's very flimsy, so that's so it doesn't pack it on so much in one spot. So I'm just gonna dab into there, tap the excess, and now I'm just gonna go on top of the cheeks where you would naturally get a highlight. Now I'm gonna do the nose, so you're gonna use the very tip of this. So we're gonna go in here. Maybe turn a little this way. Yeah, perfect. And go down here. A little bit in the middle. Cupid's bow, my favorite part. And then the chin right here. Now, if you want to make this contour color pop out even more, this is optional. You could take this highlight color and you can go just right under it, and that is going to give the illusion, since you're seeing light right next to dark, you're seeing that highlight and that depth really show. So you want to just make sure you blend the lines together though, so you're not seeing a harsh line. Another thing I like to do if I'm rushing in the morning is a little tip. I take that same color and you go right under your brow bone. That's gonna give you a nice awake, lifted look. And you can even go right on the ball of the eye, just very little. That's gonna really brighten your eyes up. So, all right, that looks really nice. So you can look at the cam. All right. We're going in with, which is this one? I believe this one is doesn't have a label on it, but it's the Urban Decay highlighter. And I'm just gonna go in specific areas just to bring a little more dewiness look, not so much of a high beam look, but more of like, my skin is so healthy look. So I'm gonna go in the same brush and we're gonna go right over the cheekbones with a very light hand. That's why this brush is specifically made for a very light application, and I'm holding it at the tip too, so it's just ever so slight. You can put a little bit right there too. That way. So kind of put it where you want, and then you can shimmy and shimmy right there. I'm gonna go a little bit down the bridge of the nose, not too crazy. Just so it looks like the sun kind of gave her a little glow. Cupid's bow. This makes the lips look more luscious and full, and a teeny bit on the chin. Perfect. That looks great. All right, so her face is done. We're gonna move into the color now. So we're gonna go in with the NYX blush. This one is Double Dare. So it looks scary in the pot, but once you put it, you're like, oh my God. But once you put it on, you wanna, once again, go in with a nice natural bristle brush. It's gonna pick up some pigment, but you don't have to like put so much on. So I'm literally just dabbing a little. Can you see that? Like, yes. Right? It's like not too much, but you can see it. Yeah. So I'm gonna tap the excess. That's to ensure that you don't put too much on. And right, usually if you look a little more this way, 2 fingers from the nose is a good indication where to place your blush, right? So if you place it too close, it's not gonna look like blush. It's gonna look like maybe you ran for 20 minutes and you're just super flushed. You don't want that to look like that. You just wanna look, you know, beautifully flushed. So I'm gonna go here, 2 fingers, or the outer part of the eye, and you just tap very gently and you start building color. I like to just tap and buff. So tap, buff, go towards the hairline, and that's how you build. You know, I'm gonna pick up just a little more, hit it off, tap first, and buff towards the hairline. So I really like how this looks, super subtle,
I usually never wear blush.
It makes such a difference. It just gives balance, you know, to the overall look. All right, look this way. That looks so pretty. Tap, hit, and build. Now you want, also, you don't want to go past your contour color, right? Because now things start to look muddled. So you just want to make sure you stay right where the highlight we placed, right in between the highlight and the contour actually. And that's it. And go towards the hairline. And this looks very pretty. Another little trick, teeny bit or whatever's left on your brush, just a little across the nose. It's almost like you're not seeing it, but it's totally tying everything together. Everything together. And a little bit on the chin. That's it. It does make a difference. All right, show that beautiful foundation, contour, highlight, blush face. So we have that done. Now we're gonna move into eyebrows. So I like to take a little spoolie or a little mascara wand, and I like to brush the hair in place. Not that, I mean, she has gorgeous eyebrows, look at those eyebrows. But because we're putting makeup on, you wanna bring that eyebrow back, right? You wanna create more balance. So we're gonna go in with the powder. So this is the Urban Decay Brow Box in Brown Sugar, okay? I'm gonna go in with an angled brush. This one is synthetic. And I'm gonna start with the light color first, and that's gonna be the front of the brow. So just very light touch. Do you put brow powder on?
I just use like the Anastasia brow pencil. But I don't really know how to do brows.
You really don't even have to know how to do brows because she don't need to know. But yes, that's cool though. Just like in like the little areas, right? You don't really do like a full on.
No, not at all. It takes like 2 seconds.
Perfect. Yeah, so also with like this bronzy look, I love to make the eyebrows almost look like there's nothing on it. So you don't want to give a definitive hard shape. There's a time and place for that, of course, but this is kind of like, oh, it's spring, it's summer, I'm dewy, my skin's perfect, and everything's just perfect and effortless. Like, I just rolled out. Yeah, I look this good. So, just very, very little. And it looks awesome. Just very little. And we're gonna go in with that light color and just a little dab of the darker. I like to go from light to a little deeper. So now we're just gonna just do a couple little strokes. Here. And that's all you need. So where we see a little bit of a lighter spot, that's it. Yep, that's it. Go back with that little spoolie and just blend everything together. All right, the eyes. So I picked this up today, and this is Wet n Wild, their color palette in Comfort Zone. Excuse me. And it's more neutral tones, but you have a little bit of like a green and a little bit of a blue, but it's fairly neutral tones. So we're gonna go in and do more of that bronzy look, right? So we're gonna go in with a natural bristle brush. Once again, natural bristle means more pigment, right? More pigment payoff. So you're gonna go in and we're gonna go with a medium tone. So I'm gonna go with this tone right in here, and you're gonna close your eyes, tap the excess, and we're going, let's go a little this way. We're gonna just tap this in. So remember, we just worked on her complexion makeup, so you don't want to swoop color on because that's gonna create fallout. And a lot of people have problems with that, right? Either they don't prime the skin correct first, and then they sweep the color around. That's gonna just push everything all over the place and create fallout on the cheeks. So you want to just press it in nicely. And you have more control over it, frankly. Okay, so we have this medium tone bronze all over the lid, up to the crease. And now I'm not even gonna switch my brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and go to a lighter shade. So I'm gonna go to this lighter shade here. And I'm gonna go right into the ball of the eye to create a little bit of a highlight. Also it creates almost like a halo effect. That's another style that is very popular where the color is dark here and here and then the middle is very light. That looks pretty cool too. So you're kind of doing that in a softer way instead of using concealer to create like a harsh line. So there we go. You can use any products you have at home. The concept is the same, the principle is the same. Dark color or mid-tone bronze, and then you go with a lighter bronze in the middle, and that's it. You just kind of melt the two together. And now this edge that we've created from the first color, we're gonna just blend that into the brow bone. So you're gonna look right into the can. See, and there's like, you see it made like a natural kind of crease color without me even having to put a crease. So I'm gonna take another clean natural bristle brush and I'm blending this color up and out to the brow bone and a little bit out of the eye area. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna take even a lighter color. This one right here, this is the lightest of the whole palette. I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna apply this right in the inner corner of the eyes. This is also going to make the face look more bright and awakened and the eye area just sparkle awesomely. So you're gonna look up and you're gonna take a smaller natural bristle brush, it's just smaller, and we're just tapping right in the inner corner. And this specific look too, it's the texture of the shadow, it's all satin, like kind of a satin finish, right? There's no harsh glitters in it, it's not matte. This is all to create the illusion of dewiness. So, and kind of an awakened look. So this little portion is like super important. Now you can look down and we're gonna take that light color again, right in the inner corner and blend it to that mid-tone to a lighter color. Looks great. Okay, actually, what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna take that mid-tone again, that first color, little brush. You're gonna look up. And now we're gonna line the bottom of the eye. So you don't have to use eyeliner for this. We're gonna keep everything soft. So you're just going to shimmy into, tap and shimmy into the lashes. Now, I'm going in with my black eyeliner. This does not have to be neat. You can use any liner, cream, pencil, retractable, doesn't matter, any kind of liner. liners that are more smudgy, so a liquid liner typically won't work with this, but anything with, you know, creamy consistency. So you're gonna gently close your eyes. I'm gonna turn this way. And I'm just gonna do a rough line. This does not have to be neat whatsoever. Just stay very close to the lash line. And I'm going in with my natural bristle brush, my small one. And you want to smudge. And you could just build again. Remember, less is more, you just keep building. A little more. So just to create a little definition, not a harsh line at all. So that's looking gorgeous. Okay, now look at me. Perfect, look into the camera. So you see, giving a little smokiness without that harshness. So I'm gonna go in, same thing on the other side. Close your eyes gently. A little smudge. And buff it up. I should have named this tutorial Dab and Buff, because everything we're doing is we're dabbing and buffing. So I don't know, I might change that at the end. All right, what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of sweeping away anything that the eyeliner might have dropped or anything like that. So. If you want to take this into a night look, you can totally make this so much more intensified with the same black liner. Or another great color, you know, you can take like purples, especially for like brown eyes and darker skin. You could take purples, you could take blues, and it really makes the brown of the eye pop really nicely. So, but for now, we're gonna leave it like this. It's more of a day in going into night look. Now the next step is just putting some mascara. So you can look down. Any mascara you have is fine. What we're gonna do again, we're gonna bump and shimmy up. When I used to work at Sephora, they used to tell us bump and shimmy. So it would be like, we would teach our clients like, bump and shimmy. But you know what? People remember, because you know, a lot of people, they're like, the mascara's not working for me, but it's like, you have to bump it to the bottom, you know, to the root of the lash, and then just shimmy up so there's no clumps, you know? You get the best out of your mascara. Let me see. That looks really pretty. All right, you're gonna look up for me, and we're gonna bump and shimmy on the bottom now. So just very lightly.
Yeah. What it is, y'all. This one here, we're gonna take this to the fourth floor. You ready? Huh? Let's go.
Buff away anything that might have fallen out, or any bristle brushes that might have stuck to the skin, like right now. There we go. Okay, looks good. All right, and now we're just gonna finish off the look with a very creamy, high gloss, bronzy lip gloss. So this one, once again, Wet n Wild Mega Slicks lip gloss. This one is in the color Rose Gold. So I'm gonna go ahead. So you're really playing out the colors in your skin tone, you know? And this is just... Now you're gonna blot together. Perfect. And I like to do things, I like to put the lip gloss without liner or like lipstick. It just gives a more natural kind of look. And she already has nice shaped lips anyway, so that's all you need. One more time, you're gonna just do that. Perfect. I think we're good. So this is the look, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed this video and I hope you took something away from this, some cool tips and tricks. If you have any questions or for any bookings, you can always visit our website at mastersatwork.com. That is work spelled with an E, not with an O.
Feeling the music and enjoying yourself, having a good time. That's what house music is all about, you know? It's a feeling, it's a vibe. You know, we gotta keep it alive, y'all. Let's go. Feel the music.